intellectual Madhubhash born when Parashar just wanted to reach the opposite part of the river. There was none except Shatabati who used to take a boat, and there was no other way to go. So Parashar just asked, could you take me to reach there? So naturally Parashar take the boat, and she was a Matshagandha. His body's flavor is like fish. But somehow, because of Parashar, she changed her that smell, and he was so much attracted by her flesh born by that way. Only she told that, that side so many munis, so many monks are living, so you try to do something. So he created that kind of cloud, mist, and so nobody can see that thing. So that way, one of the greatest intellectual of world, Vedabhyash, born. So there is many stories. The Krishna, Arjuna, the Shantanu, Shakuntala, born Shakuntala, that many other things. You could see that I managed to write the script by Bengali, but that is Sanskritized script. There is also translation behind, so it is not that hard to, not that problem to understand the description of the painting. This is my thing. I'm really happy, and what shall I say about this gallery, my connection. I have been here, I have done several things with her. She came to once long back in Calcutta. That way I came to know her mission to help cancer patients. Since then, I'm quite attached with this gallery, and today I'm here because of Tarana and Shobhaa. I'm so happy. I am trying to give my own deep respect to her that she came and she agreed to open this show. Thank you.
The two words, art and soul, particularly in the post-pandemic world, there is a different emotional connect to the arts. For 2 years across the world, it was so troubling, so cataclysmic, so depressing. You didn't know whether you'd wake up the next morning. And the artist community, and the writers, and all the people engaged in the arts kept up their spirits the only way they knew how. Like, he has done it through this magnificent show. He used that time to tell us about an epic a lot of us are familiar with, but may not know the real stories or even many of the stories. And to depict it the way I can see the exhibit, I'd like to see it in far more detail. But I've fallen in love already with Draupadi. And as the Bengalis would say, the joke in all the paintings, the joke draw you into his world, the world created by him. And the joke that he draws with his Krishna or Draupadi's are very specific to his work. You can identify it through the eyes. And I'm looking at the scale of this exhibition, and it's just taken my breath away. It is so magnificent. And thank you, Tarana, and thank you, Shobhaa. Prashanam. I can call you Shobha Prashanam or Shobha Prashanam. Okay.
But I'm Bhattacharya. I'm not, because Rani Mukerji told that I'm from Karnataka.
Oh no. No. I mean Bengali. So it's a great honor to have an artist of his stature in our city. So welcome to Mumbai. I'm sure Mumbai is going to embrace your work, and I intend to spend much more time loving it, looking at it, getting drawn into it, and getting back into the stories around Mahabharata. A lot of them we've forgotten. And I read it from time to time, and in fact, I presented my children with a copy of it when I came back this time. A beautiful edition. I hope you've kept the Bhagavad Gita is.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was. The Bhagavad Gita was. It's a beautiful portion of where Krishna and Arjuna are having this amazing dialogue. And I want the younger generation to learn much more, because the Mahabharata is not just timeless, but it's not, like he correctly said, it's not bound to any century, it's not bound to any culture. We are living the Mahabharata right now, the stories continue. And that is the timelessness of the Mahabharata, which makes it one of the most powerful stories ever told by mankind. And he mentioned Peter Brooks, and Draupadi in his production, which I happened to see at the NCPA when it was performed here. Draupadi was performed by Malika Sarabhai. It was just, it's a performance no one can ever forget, and I urge people to please Google the movie after you've taken in the beauty of this exhibition. And it's unbelievable, and you'll be able to see how international the Mahabharata is, how global it is in what it's saying. So congratulations once again, and thank you so much for this treat, not just for Mumbai, but all of India to appreciate. Thank you.
No, my relation with this gallery is long, but you see, this particular exhibition on Mahabharata, I actually developed during the pandemic time. So my series of painting which I used to develop time to time, that was little different than this exhibition. So as I told you that from childhood everybody have certain idea about Mahabharata and its story. But when I grew up, I read one of very interesting book on Mahabharata by a great writer, and that was in my mind. After that, I know in our life, today's life also, there is a jealousy, there is love, there is a anger, revenge, fight, sex, everything is there. So these are, you can see from this painting, that is the reflection of Mahabharata and different stories, whether it's Arjuna or Karna, his original mother Kunti, or Shatyavati, or Gandhari. So I tried to take some sort of glimpse from the episode, from the epic, and tried to portray it. And there is also, I write the description on the painting like a puthi. And as it is a Bengali script, Sanskritized, so there is also English. So the way this gallery displayed and Tarana came to actually involved, came to display of these. I'm really very happy, and also it's great that Rani Mukerji and also Shobhaa, they came, and many friends here, many painter and art connoisseurs came here.
Idea that you had in mind that this is what should go up in your painting? Because to pull it all together, we see the complete Mahabharata, the glimpses that you said.
Yeah. It is, I can't claim it's a complete, but on the other hand, the most important part of Mahabharata, which you can't ignore, because every painting is very important part of Mahabharata. And through this, maybe you could complete the idea of different incident, accident of Mahabharata.
Ranaji, it's so beautiful to have Shiva here at the gallery. I know it's a proud moment for us. So what do you have to say?
Yeah, it's a very proud moment. It's a moment of honor actually, for both the reasons. One is to have Shubhada with us, showing after so many years, and the other is the subject of his choice. I mean, I don't think there is any Indian who doesn't know their version, some story, one story, many stories from the Mahabharata. Whether it is the Bhagavad Gita that inspires people, or whether there are the characters from the Mahabharata that inspire people, but every Indian, I believe, takes some sort of inspiration from this great epic. So to bringing both these things together, legendary artists like Shubhada, showing us the Mahabharata, bringing the culture alive, as relevant as it is today, as it was 5,000 years back. For an artist like him to bring it alive and show it at our space after this long gap, that's a very proud moment for us.
Sir, what is the message that you would like to give to the generation which is, aspiring?
This is not that particularly message. This is actually, as a painter, it is our duty, our expression, and our creativity tells people that we are living, and our epic also living today also.
It is reading the epic through his eyes. So it's a virtual representation of his interpretation.
Well, which is your favorite amongst the entire lot? The one if
That is difficult. That is. You please tell me which is your favorite. That's all. That I'm really happy and blessed.
The hero of the Mahabharata, the Krishna work.
Thank you.
See the show properly. So I went through every work right now, and he's reinvented himself. Like he said, during the COVID time, any creative person just cannot sit down. He works overtime. I think his mind works overtime, and so I think he reinvented himself. And if this is what he's come up with, he's spent his 2 years very well. And excellent work. And literally, it's so powerful. It's actually powerful. You know, this gallery is falling short of the kind of space you require for this, but it's wonderful. And I love the way the gallery is looking, and it's overpowering. Like you see one work here, you want to go run to that one, and the overall effect is phenomenal. I think the whole of Mumbai should be actually coaxed to come and see this work. You know. I was noticing that. In fact, besides the colors, I was noticing this light effect which is given, which actually looks as if there's a frosted glass on top. You know, there's this little bit of shifting and all that, and to achieve that without digital aid, and a person like him who experiments, if he has achieved that perfectly, I think it's a absolute credit to him. You know, phenomenal work. Thank you.
Guys, COVID is over. Everybody is discovered new things, and Shubha Prasanna has come up with this incredible show. I mean, it gives life back. We're glad COVID is gone, and the colors, the beauty, and everything. You have to come and watch it. It is. We are all so grateful. Bombay is grateful. India is grateful that we have such art, and we're glad COVID is gone. And it's incredible. I've been watching it and I've been walking around looking at every single piece. And every single piece brings a different emotion, inspires us. Shiva is just fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. So, this exhibition is very close to my heart because the artist is from Calcutta. That is the essence of art and culture. And also because it's, if you see, it depicts all about Mahabharata. I was going through and reading each one of the side things what are written. It is just so close to my heart. I'm sure I'm going to pick up one of the paintings for sure. Thank you to Tarana for calling me here. It's been a lovely event. Thank you.
It is so nice to see these vibrant colors of the artist, Shubha Prasanna, and I'm so happy that we can go back to our Mahabharata stories in a beautiful, colorful manner, so artistic. So much that I brought my little grandson to see and showed him about various artists and artworks, and he was so excited. He says, "Wow, this is Arjuna, and this is how he looks, and the bow and arrow and the way he's doing." It's so nice to teach even kids. Not only I'm excited, I think he's done a marvelous job. I think that is so needed, and this beautiful horses and the works, lovely work. Congratulations to the artist and to Tarana Kuchandani for having brought this beautiful artwork to Bombay.
Thank you.
Center.
Shubha, you've been gorgeous as ever. So good to see you post-pandemic now. Things are getting better, and you've just inaugurated Shubha Prasanna's exhibition in Mumbai at Artist School after 12 long years. What do you have to say about this work?
Well, to start with, it was a great honor for me to inaugurate this show, having followed his work over many years, and that he is back in Mumbai after 12 long years. Welcome to our city. We are art lovers, we understand and appreciate the power of art, and through the pandemic, every single artist, writer, painter, poet, every creative person has tried to express themselves in the best way they could to cope with what the world was going through. And that he has chosen one of the world's greatest epics, the Mahabharata, to interpret it in his own way, and has done it so fantastically. It's a magnificent exhibition because the Mahabharata is a timeless epic. It's not just about India. It doesn't belong exclusively to India. It belongs to the world. So it's an exhibition that I hope will travel, and I hope a lot of young people will come and enjoy the work, which comes with a text, which comes with some kind of a wonderful story behind each painting, so that more people, young people in particular, get to know the power of the Mahabharata, the characters behind the Mahabharata, the great stories that we can tell not just to one another but to the whole world. So Shubha Prasanna has done a fantastic job, and it's been absolutely a pleasure to inaugurate his show.
Thank you.
सब कुछ बोल